It began with a rumor so wild, so unbelievable, that even the late-night silence of Japan couldn't smother the shockwaves. A whisper turned into a spark, and by dawn, the fire had already reached Los Angeles. A trade proposal. A name no one expected. A move that sounded impossible, outrageous, even disrespectful. In the early hours, Japanese fans woke to headlines that felt like a punch to the chest. In the United States, social media exploded into chaos, disbelief, and instant debate. How could the Dodgers even consider this? What kind of logic is this? What about his defense? What about the risk? Voices erupted across two nations, colliding like thunder. Because this wasn't just about a player. This was about a slugger, a pure, towering, terrifying power hitter, the kind of bat that can shake a stadium and rewrite a season. And the idea that the Dodgers might trade for him, or even trade away someone to get him, sent the baseball world spiraling into confusion. Nobody knew whether to laugh, panic, or hit refresh every 5 seconds. At first, the report seemed too strange to believe. A source, a suggestion, an analyst speaking just loudly enough to stir fear. But the story had claws. And soon, those claws dug deep. Because the Dodgers are not a team that makes random, emotional moves. They operate like chess masters, calm, cold, calculating. So if this rumor had life, even the faintest heartbeat, then something bigger was happening behind the curtains. The idea ripped through fan communities like a storm. One moment, excitement surged, the thought of adding a bat so powerful that pitchers would feel the tremor before the swing even began. The next moment, doubt crept in, questions about his glove, his defense, his inconsistency, his volatility. Some fans shouted, "It's worth it." Others yelled even louder, "It's madness." And somewhere in the middle, the truth trembled. The Dodgers have stars. They have icons. They have the biggest name in baseball leading the charge. But even giants need reinforcements. Even super teams crave that last missing piece. So was this trade proposal a masterpiece in the making, or a disaster waiting to unfold? Nobody knew. And that uncertainty made it irresistible. Journalists dug into stats and scouting reports. Fans replayed highlights and lowlights. Executives stayed silent, too silent, and that silence only fueled the fire. Because if the Dodgers didn't deny it, if they didn't shut it down instantly, then maybe, just maybe, the rumor had teeth. Meanwhile, across the Pacific, the reaction hit even harder. Japanese fans felt confusion, suspicion. Some felt excitement, imagining a superstar batter joining Ohtani in Dodger blue. Others felt dread, wondering which Japanese player might be sacrificed in the process. Arguments exploded in comment sections. Friends debated in group chats. Analysts on TV raised eyebrows, almost amused by the chaos. It doesn't make sense. It actually kind of does. This is crazy. This is genius. And somewhere in the middle, the Dodgers front office watched quietly, unseen, listening to every heartbeat of the fanbase. But here's where the story turns. Because behind every trade rumor lies something deeper, a reflection of what a team fears, what it desires, and what it believes it lacks. And the Dodgers, for all their glory and star power, know a difficult truth. Power wins games, but unpredictability wins championships. This slugger, this batter, this controversial name, he embodies that unpredictability. Yes, his defense is questionable. Yes, his approach can be reckless. Yes, he is a gamble. But he is also electricity. He is danger. He is momentum in human form. When he connects, the ball doesn't just fly, it detonates. And sometimes, teams chase that kind of fire even if it burns their fingers. So the question is no longer whether the rumor is insane. The question is whether the Dodgers are bold enough, or desperate enough, to chase the spark anyway. Because baseball doesn't reward the timid. It rewards the daring, the dreamers, the ones who throw logic into the wind and trust the storm. Maybe the Dodgers will pull the trigger. Maybe they won't. Maybe this rumor dies by morning. Maybe it grows into reality. But the shock it created, the arguments it ignited, prove something powerful. Baseball is alive, unpredictable, emotional, beautifully chaotic. And that's why fans care so deeply. Because the sport isn't just about stats or contracts or defensive ratings. It's about fear, hope, risk, and the possibility that one wild move could change everything. Whether this trade ever happens doesn't matter as much as what it represents. The Dodgers are searching for greatness. The fans are hungry for answers. And the game itself is reminding us that the unexpected is always waiting around the corner. In the end, this rumor may fade into history. Or it may become the first line of a story we'll tell for years. Either way, one truth remains. Baseball isn't predictable. It isn't safe. It isn't quiet. It's a heartbeat, loud, messy, passionate, impossible to control. And as long as rumors like this one continue to shake the world, the game will never stop thrilling us.